coverage of the Mid-State Conference Finals. Coverage of Mid-State Conference Tournament Basketball on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com is brought to you by Tri-State Steel in Reidsville, distributing quality metals for over 30 years. Our clients range from mom and pop shops and building contractors to large manufacturers and fabricators. Visit us at our 6,000 square foot, fully stocked retail metal superstore at 2513 Richardson Drive, where we can help you meet your homeowner or hobbyist needs. Open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday from 8 a.m. till noon. From pipe bollards to square tubing to finger guard material and more, our retail metal superstore has several quality metal products in stock in various sizes and ready to be cut to your exact specifications. Call for a quote today at 280-4859. That's 280-4859 for Tri-State Steel, a valued community member. Before we get to Walkertown and McMichael, Hatman, if you've got the stats for the semifinals game before this between Morehead and Reidsville, go ahead. I'm going to try and get us on Facebook.
All right. Over on the Reidsville side, Denari Blackwell with 10 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 3 steals. Montea Blackwell with 1 point, 9 rebounds, 1 block. Andrea Blackwell, 20 points, 1 assist, 4 rebounds, 5 steals. Lariah Whitaker, 4 points, 1 assist, 5 rebounds, and a steal. Sanaya Jumper with a rebound and a steal. Draylon Lawson with 3 points, 8 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. Anaya Bush with 1 rebound.
That's your final.
And the Morehead Panthers, Taisha Martin with 2 points, 3 rebounds, 1 steal. Tayana Booker, 5 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. Madeline Wade with 2 steals. Stacy Juarez, 5 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds, 5 steals. Nariah Cobb, 6 points, 1 assist, 7 rebounds, and a steal. Destiny Mentor leading the way, 17 points, 4 assists, 7 rebounds, and 2 steals. And Aaliyah Abernathy, 7 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 blocks for the Morehead Panthers.
J.J. Tatum, Braden Dalton, and Jaquise Vernon meet at midcourt with Keenan Grady.
What a blessing to have J.J. Tatum back in time for conference tournaments.
Keenan Grady at midcourt as we get ready for this matchup in the semifinals versus number 3 McMichael and number 2 Walkertown. McMichael number 25 in the RPI rankings. In the 3A, number 16 for the Wolfpack, who took this series in the season 2-0. They hold the series lead 12-2 does Walkertown. They've won 10 in a row against the McMichael Fighting Phoenix. Jay, what do the Phoenix have to do to stay in this game and compete and pull off a championship attempt on Friday?
You pull a Reidsville, okay? You lose fairly badly in the first 2 games, then you win the 3rd one. Hopefully they don't play a 4th time. Yeah, I think McMichael's going to have to dictate the pace of the game against Walkertown and not let Walkertown get hot from anywhere on the court, and kind of a limited rotation as opposed to Walkertown. You're going to try to stay out of foul trouble as much as possible.
Walkertown likes that press trap, and they like to get transition points off of turnovers. You've got to break the press. You've got to maintain possession if you're the Phoenix, and you've got to knock down shots. Historically, they've not shot very well against the Walkertown Wolfpack, and they're going to have to knock down some tonight.
For the Wolfpack, led by head coach Richard Daniels Jr., 85-55 in his 6th season in the Winston-Salem Forsyth County Hall of Fame for his time at Carver, where he averaged 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 steals as a senior, and took his talent at Johnson C. Smith University. And for the McMichael Phoenix, led by head coach Randall Bam Galloway in his 19th season, 5 wins away from 200 total in his career. We bring you down to the court for our introductions and more here at Morehead High School. It's semifinals game number 2, number 3, McMichael, number 2, Walkertown.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Morehead High School to round 2 of the 2026 Mid-State 3, 4, and 5A basketball tournament. Our second contest of the evening features the Walkertown Wolfpack hosting the McMichael Phoenix. Here are your starting lineups. First, for the visiting McMichael Phoenix. Starting at guard, junior, number 1, J.J. Tatum. And starting at guard, junior number 12, Jayon Moore. And then forward, it's junior number 23, Jaquise Vernon. And then forward, it's sophomore number 32, Jeremy Rosenbaum. And then guard, it's senior number 11, Braden Dalton. The Phoenix entered tonight's contest at 15-6 overall, 7-5 in conference, and are led by head coach Randall Galloway, assistant coaches Kevin Johnson, Chad Mitchell, Jordan Searcy, and Lamar Tatum. And here's your starting lineup for the Walkertown Wolfpack. Starting at 4, junior number 15, A.J. Durant. And starting at guard, junior number 4, Rico Daniels. And starting at guard, junior number 3, Jaden McCandys. And starting at guard, senior number 1, Eric Wiley. And at guard is senior number 10, Keenan Brady. The Walkertown Wolfpack are led by head coach Richard Daniels, and assistant coaches Kenneth Anderson and Kendrick Williams.
Your starting lineups for the McMichael Phoenix, it's Jayon Moore, J.J. Tatum, Jaquise Vernon, Braden Dalton, and Jeremy Rosenbaum. For Walkertown, it's Rico Daniels at the point, Eric Wiley at guard, as well as Keenan Grady, A.J. Durant, and Jaden McCandy. It'll be Durant in on the tip on the right side, Dalton on the left side. McMichael in their royal blue road uniforms with white lettering and numbering. Walkertown in their whites with red lettering and numbering as we are underway here in the first quarter. Far side for Jayon Moore, tip one by Dalton. Far side wing, Rosenbaum goes in the corner. J.J. Tatum, 3 off the rim. Going for the rebound is Dalton. Knocked off his hands. Picked up Rico Daniels right up the floor to the speedster. Eric Wiley looks in the paint, now goes back around the perimeter. Daniels far side to McCandy. Back to Daniels. Now driving is Wiley. Looks top of the key. The 3 for Daniels in and out. Rebound skying forward. Off the low post is Rosenbaum. McMichael basketball left to right. Rosenbaum gets it to Moore, back to Rosenbaum, spins in the lane, off the front iron, rebound McCandy's in mid-post. Right to left for Walkertown, nothing scored, just underway. Wiley in the far side corner, covered tightly by Vernon. McCandy's whips it around the perimeter. Grady, back to Wiley. Now Durant in the paint with one hand. He's hard with it, but we'll have a foul.
Jaquise Vernon will pick up his first personal, team foul number 1. And that's going to put A.J. Durant at the free throw line.
Durant from the stripe. Been a great surprise for Walkertown this year. Maybe not a surprise, but a standout. Off the side of the rim on the first. Here comes the second from Durant. taking his time a little bit longer than the broadcaster wants. In and out and back in for Durant. His first point of the night, the first point of this semifinal. McMichael basketball left to right. Wide pass by Moore, but picked up by Rosenbaum. High pass back to Moore on the far side. He's trapped. Now past midcourt. J.J. Tatum near side. Looks to Braden Dalton. It's a corner two. Off the side rim. Hits off the back stanchion.
Bounced off the rim and back over the backboard. Sort of an odd bounce.
Walkertown basketball. Brady gets it into Rico Daniels, the point man for this Walkertown squad. Near side wing, back to the top now for Eric Wiley, covered by Jayon Moore. A screen sent by Grady. Between the legs, now far side wing. Here's a two for Grady. 3-0 lead for Walkertown. Full court pressure, split the defense. Vernon from the far side timeline into Dalton off the glass with the miss. Rebound for Rosenbaum. It'll go out of bounds. Keep it with McMichael. Tatum to inbound for the Phoenix. Pounds the rock on the far side on the baseline. Right into the no-look pass. Vernon was wide open. Misses the bunny. Rebound to McCandy's of Walkertown right to left and right into the lane with two hands. Switches to one and finishes the play. Jaden McCandy's. 5-0 lead for Walkertown. Rosenbaum back the other way. Back to the basket. Lowers the shoulder. Misses the shot. Rebound McCandy's. Into the hands of Daniels, right to the free throw line. Stops, hesitates in the air with the shot. It doesn't fall, goes out of bounds. Keep it.
They say it's off of Vernon.
With Walkertown.
Not sure I saw what the official saw.
Right side baseline inbound. Right to the top of the key for Wiley from the elbow into the lane, leaning away. It hits off the heel, rebound to Durant. Back in the corner, it's a Wiley three on the far side. Hits the front side of the rim, rebound Vernon. Push it up on the outlet, near side on the wing for Tatum. Left-hand dribble covered by two, McCandy's and Daniels. Poked away but picked up by Vernon. Now at the top to the free throw line, the teardrop doesn't fall. Rebound long on the baseline to Daniels. Passes it, it's stolen by Dalton on the far side to Rosenbaum, who passes the timeline. McMichael down 5:24 to play here in the first. Three attempt by Rosenbaum is long. Rebound on the far side for number 10, Keenan Grady. Far side on the bounce. It's Wiley around the perimeter. Daniels near side. McCandy's three. Off the front iron. Rebound Durant with one hand. Almost touches it in. Rosenbaum with the rebound on the low block near side. And right up the floor for Jayon Moore. Left to right for the Phoenix. In the corner, it's a Braden Dalton three. Let it rain. Braden Dalton 5-3 here in the first. Wiley to McCandy's. Now back to Daniels. Brady on the far side wing looking to wait the basketball. Instead, near side to Wiley. Bounce pass to McCandy's out of the paint up to the top of the key. Now to the far side for Daniels. Wings the basketball around. Grady now near side wing. McCandy's trying to break through that zone defense. Now Tatum will meet Grady. Almost pokes it away. Does get the steal almost on the pass attempt. Back to Grady from Daniels. Now Daniels top of the key near side wing. Pump fake McCandy. Settles for two. McCandy's off to a hot start. He's got 4 of Walkertown's 7. Jayon Moore left to right. Tatum passes the far side wing. Settling here for 2 is Vernon for McMichael. It's long. Rebound to Daniels off the tip up. And right into the lane with a scoop layup. It's way wide. It's rebounded by Vernon. Up the floor. Tatum to Rosenbaum with one hand off the glass here near side. Rosenbaum's first points of the night. A 2-point ball game, 7-5. Daniels in the lane. Passes out at the corner near side. Now the wing 2 for Grady. Knocked back out by Durant. Back to the top for McCandy's. The floater in the lane off the glass. McCandy's was 6. Near side wing. Jayon Moore. Braden Dalton in the lane with one hand. Off the opposite side of the rim. And a rebound for Keenan Grady and Walkertown. A 4-point lead with the basketball. They'll slow things down with 3:25 to play here in the first. Now near side wing McCandy's. Back to the top for Daniels. Fires a pass to the chest of Wiley and a timeout from Coach Daniels of Walkertown. With 3:18 to play here in the first quarter. 9-5 Wolfpack.
2-12 start for the Phoenix.
To be in this game with that start, the way the offense has started for Walkertown. That Braden Dalton 3 was huge.
Walkertown starting off 4 of 11.
3 for Dalton, 2 for Rosenbaum for the Phoenix.
Over on the Walkertown side, Grady with 2, Durant with 1, McCandy's with 6.
Jordan Autry will check in for Walkertown. He's a 3-point specialist for the Wolfpack. Gets it on the wing. Top of the key now, McCandy's for 3. Hits the glass, nothing else. Durant is right there. He'll draw the foul and head to the line. Doesn't get the bucket. Gets the rebound over Baker, who's in the game for the Phoenix. Dalton called for the foul.
And Baker got the block on that one.
Durant to the stripe for the second time. Free throw's good.
Durant 2 of 3 from the stripe on his second trip.
He takes his time at the line, no doubt about it. Second one is off the back iron. Skying for the rebound is Dalton. Gets it to J.J. Tatum.
We got Coach Tatum in the comments. How you doing tonight, Coach?
It'll be a half-court defense for Walkertown. Far side, Jayon Moore, one-handed pass into Baker. Inside the lane, turns around with one hand. Rebound, second chance. Jaquise Vernon off the glass. 3-point ball game. Autry in the corner. Now top of the key. Daniels looks back to Autry. Autry with the pro hop. Inside off the glass, rebound. Baker, the sophomore. Get in the hands of Vernon. Right-hand dribble, looks here to the wing. Stolen by McCandy's. Right to left now for Walkertown. Daniels, no look to the corner. Just off the baseline, back out from Autry for 3 to Daniels on the far side wing. First point of the night, points of the night for Daniels. 13-7 Walkertown. 2:14 to play here in the first. Far side to Jayon Moore from J.J. Tatum. Top of the key at the logo for Jayon Moore with the right hand. Switches left between the legs. Far side wing for Vernon. Covered by Autry. Now back to Moore. Near your side corner. Braden Dalton almost got the second 3 of the night. Second chance for Baker. Draws the foul. Trying to put it up with one hand from the mid post. He'll head to the free throw line.
Well, Jaden McCandy's picks up his first personal to put Jack Baker on the free throw line for his first 2 attempts of the night.
First free throw from Baker is no good.
Keenan Grady will check back into the game for A.J. Durant.
Durant to the bench for Coach Daniels. In his 6th season, an 85-55 record. Second free throw from Baker hits nothing but net. (13-8) Walkertown. Daniels with the basketball past the timeline. Set offense for the Wolfpack, right to left. Far side, Wiley now in the corner. McCandy's. Works to the wing, covered by 2. Back to the top for Daniels. Thought about hosting from downtown instead into the lane for Wiley. Leads towards the basket. It won't fall. It's well short. Rebound to Dalton of McMichael. Ooh, just gets past the timeline on the pass to Moore. Far side corner now for Jaquise Vernon. Touch pass inside. J.J. Tatum to Baker on the far side. Can't get the easy layup. Rebound goes to McCandy's. Right to left now for Walkertown. Daniels, no look to Grady. Now in the corner for Jordan Autry. Takes a jab step, now passes it back here to the top. Handled by Daniels. McCandy's fires it inside, off the elbow, baseline drive. Wiley from Grady draws the foul to the free throw line.
Looks like that one's probably going to be against Baker. And it is.
What do you think, Hat Man? Is Wiley faster on the football field or on the basketball court?
Straight line speed, the football field. Quickness, the basketball court.
He gets everywhere he wants. First free throw is good. meets Reidsville on Friday in the finals. Far side for Vernon, covered by timeline just in front of her for J.J. Tatum. Near side Moore, pump fakes, jabs it up high. Now Jack Baker with one. Baker has a 70% field goal percentage. Walkertown. Autry pumps it in the corner here near side. Back to the top for Daniels. Now on the wing for Autry. It's over here near side. Top of the key, Daniels with the long three from back in Forsyth County.
Hit it from the volleyball line.
18-10 Walkertown. 15 seconds. Timeline with the pass to Tatum on the far side. He stands just in front of the timeline, gets it to Moore near side. Trying to hit with the between the legs, passes it inside to Vernon. It's knocked loose, picked up by Grady. Tries to throw a prayer up the floor, but it won't be in time. But an 18-10 lead after one for Walkertown here on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. Leading the way, both with 6 for Walkertown. 2 apiece for Wiley, Grady, and Durant. And for your McMichael Phoenix, 2 for Vernon, 3 for Dalton, 2 for Rosenbaum, and 3 for Jack Baker. Battle of 15-win teams in the Mid-State Conference.
Even a 16 shooting in the first quarter. Over on the McMichael side, 4 of 18.
Could have convinced me at the start of the first quarter that Walkertown would shoot it 150 times tonight. Just how fast the pace was for them. They like getting up and down the floor.
They love that transition game. They love that motion. They love to get up quick points.
And to early in the first, they were able to match up with it.
Yeah, just 2 turnovers for the Phoenix.
Clean first quarter as Autry sets to in. They'll get it to Rico. Rico Daniels walks past the timeline. Half-court defense for the Phoenix. Far side, it goes out of bounds on the turnover for Jordan Watson. Michael bench. So Rosenbaum will bounce pass it in to Jayon Moore. Right-hand dribble back to the left hand. Now Tatum will fire it past the timeline near side wing. Dalton's pass, 2 hands in the air
Knocked
for
out of
Autry.
bounds.
Just underway here in the second quarter, an 18-10 lead for the Wolfpack.
A little bit of a man look from the Wolfpack.
Tatum will fire it past the timeline. Dalton back out for 3. Jaquise Vernon on the far side wing.
Another one over the top of the backboard.
And out of bounds.
Rims are hard over here at Morehead.
Rico Daniels handles it on the inbound from Autry. From the top, near side Grady with the drive, stops back out to the perimeter. Long 3 again for Rico Daniels. Hits iron long side. On the far side, gets it up to Jayon Moore. Braden Dalton thought about the 3, makes the extra pass in the corner. Jab step, 1 more for J.J. Tatum. Covered by Durant, just misses. It's off the side of the rim. A rebound to Rico Daniels. No look side into Durant.
Bit of an unforced error, getting a little bit too quick.
Durant had an open guy, Watson on the far side. Second, McMichael basketball on the right side of the floor. Rosenbaum on the baseline. Powers through to the paint. Ball's up in the air. Jumping for it is Autry. Off the shoot tops of Daniels on the pass and picked up by Jayon Moore. He doesn't have numbers though. Skip pass in the lane for Jaquise Vernon. Doesn't draw a foul. It's picked up by Tatum. The floater in the lane doesn't fall. At the back iron and rebound to Autry. Jordan Autry to Rico Daniels. Right to left. 6:24 to play here in the second quarter. Far side wing for Autry. Now the top for Daniels. Pass it here near side for Watson. Watson back to Daniels. A high arcing pass. Far side wing on the fire by Daniels to Autry. Covered by Tatum. Now Daniels tries to split in the lane. Instead to the corner. Watson the pump fake. Autry top at the free throw line. Thought about shooting. Now back out. Here's a good look for Watson from the wing for three. 21-10 Walkertown. Rosenbaum inbounds left to right. Jayon Moore handles the basketball. Far side for Tatum. Now up to timeline.
3 of 7 from beyond the arc.
Vernon inside the paint. Back out to the corner. Braden Dalton with the three. 6 points for Dalton. 21-13. Autry looks inside against the 1-2-2 defense. Far side for Grady. Now in the corner, Watson off the baseline. Screen, he got it. Back-to-back threes for Watson. 24-13. And a timeout from Coach Randall Galloway of the Phoenix with 5:12 to play here in the second.
Watson and Dalton trading 2-1 for 3-pointers. Watson came off the bench and got 6 points. And they're 4 of 8 from beyond the arc.
Tonight's coverage of the semifinals is brought to you by Tri-State Steel in Reidsville, distributing quality metals for over 30 years. Our clients range from mom and pop shops and building contractors to large manufacturers and fabricators. Visit us at our 6,000 square foot, fully stocked retail metals superstore at 2513 Richardson Drive, where we can help you meet your homeowner or hobbyist needs. Open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday from 8 a.m. till noon. From pipe bollards to square tubing to finger guard material and more, our Retail Metals Superstore has several quality metal products in stock in various sizes and ready to be cut to your exact specifications. Call for a quote today at 280-4859. That's 280-4859 for Tri-State Steel, a valued community member.
Coach Lambert sent you a message, Joe.
Oh, my goodness.
Got a bag of popcorn for you.
Left to right for the Phoenix. Out of the timeout, 24-13 Walkertown. Tatum passed the timeline on the pass from Horsley, who's in the game. Near side wing three for Dalton. He got a hit on the shot, no foul.
Rebound to
Broadnax with the rebound. The fade doesn't fall, but there's a foul there. That might have been a recovery foul call there. Dalton got smacked hard on the wing on the shot. So Broadnax to the free throw line.
Not sure who they got on the foul. Broadnax hits his first. It was on number 15, A.J. Durant, his first.
Second free throw is good for Broadnax. Goes 2 for 2. 24-15. Walkertown. 4:50 to play in the second. Far side, Watson, the hot hand for three. Hits off the front
Rebound
of the rim.
to Baker.
Baker with the big rebound to Joe Horsley. Now far side for Tatum. Horsley almost loses it, recovers, goes between the legs on the near side wing with the drive and back out to Tatum. Here's a Horsley three. Off the rim, rebound for Autry. Autry right up the floor, looks to the glass. Wiley's there, just an errant pass, and now Wiley's pass is stolen by Tatum. Tatum flips it to Horsley. Now near side wing, Dalton. Fires it into the free throw line for Baker. Far side corner, Broadnax 2. And we'll have a whistle. No good on the shot. Walkertown basketball. Walkertown 24. McMichael 15. Watson with 2 threes. He's got 6 for Daniels of Walkertown. McCandy's with 6 as well. Leading the way for the Phoenix is Braden Dalton with 6.
And I believe they called that foul on Dalton. They said it was his second.
Autry near side wing. Stops at the top of the key. Bounce pass inside. What a cut for Durant. 4 points for number 15. Broadnax with the basketball on the wing, covered by Wiley. It gets back to Horsley here at the top. Behind the back at the free throw line, he's trapped by Wiley. Ball is on the
triple-teamed
ground.
and tripped, it looks like.
And tripped up out there is Bayham Ortiz for Walkertown.
Eric Wiley called on the foul.
Vernon will check in for Dalton. Tatum to inbound on the baseline, left side of the hoop. Inbound to Broadnax, far side wing. Wiley picks up right away defensively. Hand on Broadnax in the corner for Horsley. Settles for the jumper for two, and it rattles
nice
home.
shot.
Josiah Horsley with his first 2 points of the night. 26-17, Walkertown. 3:23 to play here in the second. Autry with the crossover, pumps at the top. Now back far side for Ortiz. Getting it to Grady, almost knocked away by Vernon near the logo. Trying to fight through a screen, now near side corner. Jordan Autry for three. Hits
Another
the
one
top.
on the top of the backboard.
Backboard's getting more love than I did on Valentine's Day. That's a joke. That's just a joke. 20, all kinds of times it's hit that thing today.
McCandies and Lowe will check in for the Wolfpack.
26-17, McMichael. Far side wing, Vernon inside to Rosenbaum. Grabs on the errant pass, tries to reverse with the one hand. It doesn't fall, poked up Horsley to Broadnax at the mid post. Doesn't get the jumper, it's McCandies with the rebound. On the far side corner, now up the floor to Ortiz. Near side past the timeline, right to left. Behind the back to McCandies at the top. On the wing drive, it's in the corner, far side for three off the iron, tipped up by Durant, and he gets his own rebound to McCandies. The top of the key three is in and out again. Rebound this time for J.J. Tatum. 26-17, McMichael with the basketball. 2:28 to play here in this quarter. Spinning in the lane.
Spin move
is
by Vernon.
Off the low block. He's got four. 26-19. Far side pump. Now look here near side. McCandy's wide open but doesn't take it. Instead slices it inside at the mid post to Durant. Rebound for Vernon on the miss. And a foul on the play. It'll be McMichael basketball.
Well, Durant picks up his second, team second of the second period. And Durant will go sit.
Bell in the game for Walkertown as well. 2:08 to play here in the second quarter. Near side for Broadnax. 7-point lead for Walkertown. Right in wide open on the low block with a one-handed layup. Jaquise Vernon. Nice look inside from Horsley. 26-21 now. Walkertown leads it. 1:50 to play in the quarter. Far side for Grady. Back around Ortiz. Near side looking for somebody is Daniels. It's off the shoe top of McCandy's on the wing on the pass from Daniels. McMichael basketball.
Daniels put a lot of mustard on that one.
Coach Daniels says, I got to get Eric Wiley in this game as soon as possible. Give Daniels a little bit of breath here at the end of the second quarter. Inbound on the slow bounce to Horsley. Back to Tatum here near side. Left to right for McMichael. Down 5. Tatum handles the basketball. Calls the offense for the Fighting Phoenix. Back to the basket. Now turns and faces at the free throw line. No look in on the far side block from Tatum to Rosenbaum. He kisses it home. Wiley near side looking to answer is Walkertown. Bell handles it. At the top, looks for the pass. It's cut down by the Phoenix defense. Rosenbaum with the steal. Passes too far ahead of Tatum. Picked off by Wiley. And right up the opposite way, right to left. No look pass to the wing. McCandy's rattles it for three. McCandy's has 9. And a 6-point lead for Walkertown. Less than a minute to play here in the first half. Spinning in the lane is the freshman Horsley. Short on the layup. Tries to save it behind the basket on the baseline instead. He'll drag it out of bounds. Wiley will inbound for Walkertown. 48.9 to play here in the second quarter.
Braden Dalton will check back in. Jaquise, or no, that's not for Vernon. Horsley's out.
Near side, Wiley. Back to Ortiz. Back to Wiley in the corner for Bell. Baseline drive near side. No look pass in the corner. McCandy's one extra pass to the top for Ortiz for 3. It's off the heel and a rebound by Tatum, but ripped away by Bell, who goes through 2. A foul is going to be called on Vernon to the line for Bell. with 27 seconds remaining here in the quarter.
J.J. Tatum picks up the foul, his first.
So Walkertown heads to the line with a 6-point lead here in the second quarter. In and out, back in for Bell, his first point of the evening. Makes it a 7-point game and a 3-possession ball game. Here's the second. Off the front iron, rebounded J.J. Tatum with 24 seconds to play here in the first half. Dalton passed the time on a long pass from Tatum. Now to Vernon on the far side wing. Tatum goes in the corner. Chance Broadnax, 3 is good. Chance Broadnax on the pass from Tatum. 30-26. 5 seconds to play here in the quarter. Ortiz to McCandys. Now back to Ortiz at the free throw line. Wheels a pass on the baseline for the J. Put back. Is it in time for Grady? It's good on the miss from Bell. 32-26 at the half. McMichael outscoring Walkertown in the second, 16-14. A 32-26 lead for the Wolfpack here at the half in our semifinal game number 2 on the boys' side. The winner of this one will face Reidsville on Friday at 7:30 here at Morehead High School. Your scoring summary at the half will start with Walkertown, 6 for Rico Daniels, 2 for Eric Wiley. Keenan Grady with 4, including the bucket at the horn. 6 for Jordan Watson on 2 threes. A.J. Durant with 4. 9 for Jaden McCandys to lead the way for the Wolfpack. For your McMichael Phoenix, Jaquise Vernon with 6 and Braden Dalton with 6. 5 for Chance Broadnax and a big 3 at the end of the second quarter. Jeremy Rosenbaum with 4. 3 for Jack Baker and 2 for Josiah Horsley. We'll bring your full stats here in just a bit from the stat man. Walkertown 15-7 on the season. McMichael 15 wins on the season for the first time since the 2018-19 campaign where they brought home 20 wins. As we bring you the man, the myth, the legend, Jay Ramey, your thoughts on the first half?
Look, so I think the final 30 seconds were telling. I think they need to maintain a conservative defense and a really aggressive offense. I think that missing a couple of threes or having a couple drives to the basket that don't necessarily pan out aren't going to hurt you as much as giving up big plays on the other end. Coach Galloway in the final 30 seconds. Chance Broadnax hits the 3, and that pulls them within 4. Then on the other end of the court, Coach Galloway's got his hand high in the air. I think he's saying, do not foul, and make sure you just play disciplined defense when they're down there. If it wasn't for the buzzer beater, which couldn't really do anything about, it wasn't a bad rebounding job by the defender, then this would be just a 4-point game and all the momentum would be on McMichael's side. I still contend that it's on McMichael's side, but yeah, I think if they do more of what they did in the second quarter, and specifically just shoot threes and drive to the hole, do not be settling for mid-range J's, then they can pull ahead.
Couple of big threes in this one for McMichael. Braden Dalton with 2 of them. Chance Broadnax with that big 3 as well. And at the half, a 32-26 lead for number 2 Walkertown. So I wanted to bring this up in the pregame show. But we just might be previewing a matchup in the 3rd round of the playoffs.
That is true.
Right now. In that 3A. The last projection that you sent me from the folks at Big Red Sports Network put McMichael as a number 11 seed. They'd face, I believe it was Surrey Central in the first round.
That sounds right.
And then they would take on number 6 Hendersonville if they were able to beat number 6 Hendersonville. Currently, Walkertown is slated as the number 7 seed in the 3A West, so it would match up those two in the 3rd round if
it's even possible they face in the second round. I mean, 7th seed versus 11th seed. If Walkertown jumped up to a 6th seed, you see these two teams face.
Or if McMichael jumps up with a win tonight,
I don't know if you're hoping for that. Are you hoping for that? I don't know.
Well, you got to think, if McMichael wins tonight, they improve their position, but that also drops Walkertown to possibly a 7 or even an 8, which would put the matchup a little bit further out.
These teams have really high winning percentages, so it might stay put because of the way the RPI is designed.
The beautiful thing about this season, the Phoenix, no matter what happens in this tournament, are going to be paid off for an excellent season with a home game playoff in the first round. Most likely. Now, we've seen the RPI do some crazy things, but
we haven't seen them drop 5 seeds in one
with one
loss. Not conference, but half of. No, I'm just saying, even over the course of like a week, the biggest leaps you see are like 5 spots. Yeah.
And as we talked about, that 3A on both sides, what a gauntlet of a division.
That 3A East, my goodness. Kinston, Farmville Central. I mean, just those two names ought to strike fear into teams. Both teams just amazing this season. Well, halftime stats, Walkertown with the 32-26 lead on 11-29 shooting, 37.9%. 5 of 14 from beyond the arc, 35.7%, and 5 of 8 from the free throw line, 62.5%. They turned the ball over 7 times in the first half. Over on the McMichael side, J.J. Tatum held scoreless so far, but has 3 assists, 3 rebounds, and a steal. Jaquise Vernon with 6 points, 1 assist, and 5 rebounds. Braden Dalton with 6 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal. Jeremy Rosenbaum with 4 points, 3 rebounds, and a steal. Jayon Moore, scoreless so far, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, and a steal. Jack Baker, 3 points, 3 rebounds, and a block. Josiah Horsley with 2 points, 1 rebound. Chance Broadnax with 5 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. The Phoenix shot 10 of 37 from the field, 27%. 3 of 9 from beyond the arc for 33.3%, and 3 of 4 from the free throw line for a 75% clip. Phoenix turned the ball over 6 times in the first half.
So coming out in the third, do you think the third quarter is going to be defining for the fourth? Do you think these teams stay even, or do we see a big shift?
I mean, Walkertown likes to go on runs. They like to pressure the ball. They like to play that transition game. McMichael has done a great job winning the turnover battle. They're winning it right now 6-7. They've taken care of the basketball. They play clean basketball. Nobody in foul trouble. Just 4 fouls on the Walkertown side, 5 fouls on the Phoenix side. Nobody with more than 2 personals. It's been a remarkably clean game, pretty equal as far as shooting. McMichael's done a great job playing that sort of box-and-one defense, but they're putting their big man up high. It's not a look that we've seen. Normally your big man's down low for rebound, and he's helping on the defensive side up high with these good outside shooters that the Walkertown Wolfpack have. It's been a different look, but it's paid off so far. It's a tighter game than most people probably anticipated. 6 points at halftime, and Walkertown, they tend to keep running, and they don't run out of gas.
So do you think McMichael, say it's a 12-12 third quarter, who benefits more from that? McMichael for staying within reach?
Yeah, I think McMichael has the benefit of keeping the game close, because if they get the right guy hot at the right time, you can pull back to a tie ball game or go ahead with just a couple of possessions. We saw it earlier in the girls' game with Reidsville and Morehead. Reidsville came out hot, wound up taking the lead. Ultimately they couldn't finish off the game. But, you get hot at the right time, especially in high school basketball, and you've got a shot at winning.
Absolutely right.
Before we head back to the game, let's talk about that 3A projections just a bit. We were asked in the comments, will they end up in the West, will McMichael? It all depends based on RPI, but currently they're projected in the West. Listen to this, the West. the top seeds. East Rutherford, the number 2 seed at 21-2. The number 3 seed, North Stanley, at 22-2. The number 6 seed, Hendersonville, 16-6 on the West. The number 1 seed, East Surrey, at 16-4. 18-4 for Shelby on the West side. And Walkertown as well, with their 15 or whatever wins they end up with. And McMichael is in 11 seed against Surrey Central, who's 8-13 in the first round.
And North Stanley, who we're kind of familiar with.
After
we've seen
year.
them, and I'm a little bit more familiar with having a family member on their coaching staff. Well, their training staff, I should say.
Conflict of interest, we'll send them somewhere else, guys.
The east side, you've got Kinston, the number 2 seed, at 16-2. The number 1 seed, Farmville Central, at 22-0. Beat Washington in overtime earlier this year, the number 2 team in the 4A. Goldsboro, the 5 seed, at 19-4. Northeastern at 16-3, the 4 seed. Martin County, the 3 seed, at 21-3. And Northwood, who went to the state championship in the 2A last year, is 18-4. And the number 6 seed with Chad Graves and Cam Fowler back in the 3A West.
That's a scary thought. Those guys have got a lot of playoff experience, state championship experience, and they could definitely be a dark horse coming out of that 3A East.
I think it's almost guaranteed McMichael makes it to the West. Not
pretty much.
But it's like, yeah,
pretty much.
It'd be kind of hard.
All right, we return to basketball action here on the third, a 32-26 lead for Walkertown. Can McMichael play dark horse here in the semifinals?
And they've done a great job hanging in for the first half. 6-point deficit, just 2 possessions.
Dalton gets the inbound from Jayon Moore. Now back to Moore. The McMichael offense will not cross the timeline. They pass it past the timeline every time against this Walkertown squad. Far side, J.J. Tatum, 3 from the wing on the pass from Dalton. Hits off the backboard after hitting the rim, and rebound to Grady. Far side now for Wiley on the perimeter. Covered tightly by the McMichael defense. In the corner, a little room for Rico Daniels, and it's a splash from 3-point territory. Daniels with 9. Up the floor the opposite way, right to left for the Phoenix. From the elbow, far side, it's more on the pass to Tatum. Now in the quarter, Braden Dalton wide open. He's hit by Durant. He draws the foul. The bucket doesn't fall, but he'll head to the line for 3. It's about time that was called. Braden Dalton's been smashed on every 3 attempt he's made.
Oh, yeah, they're running into him every time he's shooting. And despite that, he's 2 of 4 from beyond the arc. But Durant just picked up his 3rd personal.
The vet, the senior, to the line for the Phoenix.
And this is his first 3 free throw attempts of the game.
First one's good. Dalton spins the basketball from the charity stripe. Second one hits high off the tongue and bounces home.
Got the roll.
8 points for Dalton and 1 last free throw. Durant will check out. Here comes Jordan Autry.
Home roll at a neutral site.
35-28, Walkertown. All 3 for Braden Dalton.
Made him count.
He's got 9, 35-29. Left to right for Walkertown. Autry on the wing. Around the perimeter, it's Daniels to Wiley in the corner. Back to Daniels at the top. In the corner here for Wiley. 1 dribble, back to the top. Side step, now to the far side for Autry from Daniels. Tipped up by Tatum, saved by Daniels in the lane. He lowers his shoulder, takes a hit, it looked like from Dalton.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get Dalton on that one.
His 3rd.
I'm shocked.
Nope, it is his 3rd. Second, they changed it from 3 to 2 up there. It did say 3. Free throw's good for Daniels.
Well, apparently they've got him for 2 in the official book.
Yep, they put 3 on the board, and then they took the 3, put a 2. I'll take that.
Well, Daniels is now in double digits. He has 10.
Second free throw good for Daniels. Near side wing for Vernon, covered by Wiley. all the way to the
Good
far side
skip
corner
pass.
for Dalton in the lane with one hand. This is Braden Dalton's game. The senior has got 11. Near side wing for Wiley. Back to the top. Camping at the logo is Daniels. Back and forth between Wiley and Daniels. Far side wing 3 for Rico. Daniels is rebounded by Vernon inside the paint. Up the floor right to left. Far side touch pass. Tatum to the wing to Dalton. Now back to Tatum. Tatum looks inside to Vernon. It's picked up off the low block. Turn and face for Jaquise Vernon. 8 points for Vernon. 4-point ball game. Far side for Wiley. Now back to Daniels. Fakes it inside around the perimeter. Daniels to Autry in the corner on the far side. Covered by Dalton. Pump it inside by Daniels. It's a fake to Autry. Now settles for 2 on the corner. Hits the side of the rim and rebound to the big man, Jeremy Rosenbaum. McMichael basketball right to left. Vernon covered by McCandy's. Back to Tatum. Stands at the logo with the right-hand dribble. Flips it up in the air on the far side wing. Dalton thought about shooting it. Now back to Tatum. JJ looks here to the near side wing on the pass attempt to Moore. It's stolen by McCandy's. Right to Autry to the glass. Autry's first points of the night. 39-33 Walkertown. Vernon handles it here on the near side wing, covered by McCandy's and Grady. No look pass inside to Rosenbaum is tipped away by Wiley, recovered by Grady. Grady with the left hand dribble in the Euro. Doesn't fall. He gets his own rebound. It's a jump ball because Vernon gets in there and forces it off the rebound. Possession arrow in favor of the Wolfpack. So inbound on the baseline to the far side. Autry checks out. Watson in for Walkertown. Bounce pass inside. Grady easy to the bucket. Grady with 6. 41-33 Walkertown. Dalton takes a dribble, now passes it past the timeline on the wing. Here's Jayon Moore with a long 2. It hits the rim, off the glass, rebound to McCandy's. Near side drive for Daniels, off the block, slips up, going in the air. Throws it up at the glass, he'll head to the line
Looks
for
like
2.
that foul's probably going to be against Vernon.
And the foul is against McMichael's number 23, Jaquise Vernon, his second.
That's his second.
At the line, shooting 2, Walkertown's number 4, Rico Daniels.
Rico Suave, he's smooth for Walkertown, the point man, the son of head coach Richard Daniels.
Leading the way with now 12 points on the night.
First free throw is good. Autry back in for Walkertown. Eric Wiley will get a breather.
And Baker will check in for the Phoenix.
Second free throw is good. Daniels with 13. Walkertown with a double-digit lead now at 43-33. Moore on the far side, walks past the timeline on the pass from Tatum. Left-hand dribble, switches to the right. Autry picks up the defense. Deep on the perimeter at the top of the key. Tries to go with the backhand
It's off
bounce.
of Daniels' foot.
It's off Daniels' foot, and McMichael will inbound on the baseline now to the left side of the hoop.
And Tatum with the inbound.
Looking for a teammate, goes all the way to the top with the rainbow pass to Moore. Pumps it to the near side, to the far side instead on the wing for Vernon. Vernon with the dribble. Back to the timeline. Bounce pass to the wing for Dalton. Takes one dribble back to Vernon. Near side wing for Jayon Moore. Baseline drive for Tatum. Gets it in the corner. Fires it in the middle to Dalton. Off his hands. Baker picks it up. Back to the top of the key for Vernon for 3. And we're going to have a foul off the basketball. A foul on Braden Dalton. Chance Broadnack set to check in for the Phoenix.
Well, that'll be Dalton's third. Jayon Moore will check out. Or maybe not. It's going to be Braden Dalton checking out with 3 fouls.
Walkertown 43, McMichael 33. Walkertown with the basketball left to right. Here on the third, 4:10 on the clock. Far side of Jordan Autry. Holds a dribble, not tight coverage. Wheels it over to the far side wing to McCandy's. Now back at the top for Autry. Backhand pass near side wing. Rico Daniels for 3. 16 points for Rico Daniels in a 46-33 lead for Walkertown here in the third.
30-second timeout, Walkertown.
Walkertown outscoring the Phoenix 14-7 halfway through the third.
Tonight's game brought to you by Tri-State Steel in Reidsville, distributing quality metals for over 30 years. Our clients range from mom and pop shops and building contractors to large manufacturers and fabricators. Visit us at our 6,000-foot fully stocked retail metal superstore at 2513 Richardson Drive, open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday from 8 a.m. till noon. Or call for a quote today at 336-280-4859. That's 280-4859 for Tri-State Steel, a valued community member. Tatum with the inbound here on the corner baseline. Near side to Jayon Moore. Far side timeline. He passes it to Chance Broadnex. Now in the corner, trapped by two. It's Grady and Autry, and a timeout from Coach Galloway.
Smart timeout there. Moore was just swarmed as he got the ball.
All right, Hadley, we saw this in the opening round against Morehead. I got a feeling out of this timeout that number one's about to awake. J.J. Tatum. Couple big shots from him. Like those leaners he hit against Morehead, and right back into it are the Phoenix.
Yeah, he's been held scoreless a little over halfway through the third. It's a tough night. You're staying in the game with your leading scorer scoreless.
Broadnex in the corner to J.J. Tatum, covered by McCandies. Help defense coming for Grady as well at the timeline in front of the scores table, and he throws it off the knee of Grady. It'll be reset for McMichael.
Phoenix have got to move to Tatum to help him out on that trap.
Right to Vernon, back to Tatum, thought about shooting in the corner. Now back to the top of the key for Vernon. Extra pass, near side wing, three for Jayon Moore. 46-36. Autry up the floor, left to right for Walkertown. Almost poked away by Tatum. Gets a recovery defense from the backside, gets the steal. J.J. Tatum on the far side elbow is hit hard. The ball goes out of bounds behind the basket. He'll stay with McMichael. No foul call. Substitution for the Wolfpack. Watson is out, and Wiley's, it'll be Autry out. Watson thought he was out. He's heading back to the bench. Inbound back to the top for Jaquise Vernon. On the wing, Tatum has some room. Drives baseline, stops in the corner, back to the top for Vernon. Vernon drives off the elbow. Ball is batted into the hands of Jayon Moore. Moore now drives in the lane. The floater's good. 5 straight points for Jayon Moore, who was scoreless previous. To the ground with Jack Baker on the opposite side of the floor. It'll be a foul on Baker.
That's Baker's second personal. His third.
Braylon Lowe in the game for Keenan Grady. Rosenbaum in for McMichael.
And Braden Dalton will check in for J.J. Tatum as well.
Inbound to the top for Wiley, covered by Dalton. Wiley back to Daniels on the far side. Off the logo for Wiley. Work the perimeter. 2 guys on the perimeter for Walkertown. 1 in the corner as well for McCandies. Now 4 will work the perimeter as the drive by Wiley is blocked by Broadnex. And Rosenbaum with a second block, but he's called for a foul. Here on the near side, low block.
That's Rosenbaum's first.
Lowe, who just entered the game, will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. First one's off the heel. Eight-point lead for the Wolfpack. Second free throw's no good. Stein for the rebound is Rosenbaum. Tatum back in the game for the Phoenix. With the left-hand dribble, fires it over to the wing. Moore now to the corner for Broadnex. Baseline drive, and gets hit on the hand as he's going to pass it here in the corner to Rosenbaum. We'll say it was a shooting attempt, so he'll head to the free throw line. Broadnax had that hot ending to the second quarter. He's got 5 on the evening.
Rico Daniels picked up his first personal.
Free throw's good. 3 for 3 for Broadnax at the line.
And Durant will check back into the game for Lowe. Or no, it's going to be for McCandy's.
You would have thought the trade for Lowe would put 2 big guys down low, but it'll be McCandy's to the bench, Durant back in. Second free throw is good for Broadnax. He has 7. 4 from the line. 6-point ball game. 2:15 to play here in the third. Phoenix will settle in their half-court zone defense. Top of the key, looking to drive is Wiley. Goes from the far side elbow with the floater. In and out. Rebound Durant. Blocked though by Broadnax from behind. Picked up by Durant, though no foul call. As he swatted at the hand of Broadnax. Pass from Daniels to Lowe. Far side elbow. Back out to Daniels for 3. Is way short. Durant with the rebound. Now a second foul called on Broadnax with the foul attempt, or the block attempt from behind.
Durant to the stripe again.
Durant with 4. It's the tongue.
Altry will come back into the game. Wiley will check out.
Durant with the second free throw attempt. Rebound to Rosenbaum. And a lane violation? No official signaled anything. I'm not. Inbound for Moore. Fakes it to Rosenbaum on the wing. Instead to Tatum. Looking to go right to left past the timeline. 1:40 to play in the third. Far side wing for Broadnax, covered by Daniels. Pass to nobody here on the near side wing. Almost saved.
Moore stepped out of bounds.
By Moore. He had no choice. Right on the line. His foot stomped down, trying to save it here on the near side. 6-point lead for Walkertown with the basketball as Watson inbounds. Rico Daniels from the far side, trying to find room inside. Goes to Watson near side wing. Back to Daniels. And now on the far side for Lowe. Takes one dribble and gets it to his point guard, number 4. Off the screen, it's Autry here on the near side wing. Back to the top for Daniels. Look to Lowe. Lowe goes in the corner to Watson. Back to the top. Here to drive is Daniels. The floater just off the free throw line. And a foul on Walkertown. Offensive foul gives McMichael the basketball with 1:07 to play here in the third. Down 6.
That's going to be on Durant. That's his 4th.
Durant
Big
is
man in foul trouble.
Durant's a player you don't mind having on the bench. He's a tough matchup for the Phoenix.
Yeah, a lot of height, but 4 fouls. He's going to take a seat.
Far side for Tatum. 55 seconds left in the third. Overhead pass to Moore in the lane. Back out to the wing. Here's a chance. Broadnax 3. Just a bit hard. Daniels goes to the air, knocks it up. It goes in the hands of Lowe. And Walkertown in the corner on the far side. Autry into the lane. Tries to spin. He's blocked by Broadnax on the far side block. Into the hands of Tatum, right up the floor, right to left. Goes with the one-handed pass. It's stolen away by Lowe, right up the floor, and open Autry with the finger roll. Autry with 4. Opposite way now in the corner. Far side 3 for Tatum. It's short. Rebound all the way on the bounce to Grady on the far side. And Autry again.
Hammered by Broadnax.
Collides right into the shoulders of Chance Broadnax. 16.8 to play in the third quarter.
How did they call Tatum on that one?
Did they really?
That's what they said.
Broadnax was the boulder.
Yeah.
Autry's free throw was good. (49-40), Walkertown. Free throw makes it a 10-point game. It's good for Autry. He's got 6. McMichael basketball right to left. 14 seconds on the clock in the third. Dicing pass to Rosenbaum. Now to the elbow for Vernon. Nothing but net for Jaquise Vernon. Up the opposite way, near sideline. Daniels to Grady. Goes in the corner to Autry on the baseline. It's knocked out of bounds. McMichael basketball, but the horn sounds instead. Big bucket by Vernon. Keeps it an 8-point ball game heading into the final frame. Walkertown 50. McMichael 42.
Well, the Phoenix kept the lead to single digits. They lost a couple of points in that quarter. But just an 8-point game heading into the final 8 minutes.
18-16 difference in favor of Walkertown in the third. So 8-point ball game. Still, J.J. Tatum scoreless.
Well, Walkertown with twice as many free throw attempts tonight as the Phoenix at 18-9. But the Phoenix have only missed one. They are 8 of 9 from the stripe.
You'd like to see that number a bit more even. In attempts.
Uh-huh.
Rosenbaum at midcourt, inbounds near side to Moore. Far side past the timeline with the pass from Moore to J.J. Tatum. Holds the basketball, now a right-hand dribble. Passes to the wing by Vernon, covered by 2, Autry and Grady, who will now settle back in the zone. From the wing, Moore near side into the corner. Rosenbaum back up to the top for Tatum, who settles back to the logo at midcourt. Far side for Vernon, looks baseline drive, switches hands.
Oh!
One-handed layup for Jaquise Vernon. He has 12. 50-44. Rico Daniels settles with the left-hand dribble between the legs to switch hands at midcourt. Left to right for Walkertown. Watson with the touch pass back to the top. Now back to the wing inside. Grady, who rolls it home on the beautiful assist from Watson. Grady has 8. Back to an 8-point lead, 52-44. Near side Moore looks in the corner for Vernon. Moore now will dribble. That zone defense settling inside and now outside. Vernon's shot is way off. Rebound by Lowe on the baseline behind the basket. Up the floor left to right. Autry then a look pass in the corner for Watson. The 3 splashes home. For Jordan Watson, he has 9. Great assist from Autry, 55-44. Right to left now for McMichael. They need a bucket here. 6:35 to play here in the fourth. Tatum from the top, left-hand dribble, one-handed pass to Moore for 3, in and out. Rebound Watson at the mid-post. Now up the near sideline. Daniels stops at the wing. Vernon with the defense, far side corner. Autry has an open look, instead drives, back out, wide open 3 for Lowe. It's good. Far side wing. First points of the night for Lowe, and a 58-44 ball game timeout.
Good ball movement there from the Wolfpack.
Coach Galloway with the timeout, 6:08 to play. That's big shooting. First, a good look inside for 2 from Autry to Keenan Grady, the big 3, as well for Braylon Lowe. 14-point lead now, just like that.
Yeah, 3 of 3 shooting in the fourth quarter for the Wolfpack so far. Same thing we saw against Reidsville in the fourth quarter. In that tight game, a heartbreaking loss for the Wolfpack in that one, just losing by 2 to the Rams.
They can find, if they find their range from three-point land, they are extremely dangerous. Inbound for Tatum to Jayon Moore, who passes the timeline. No pressure on the far side. Wing pass goes to Vernon, now back to Moore. Bounce pass inside is stolen away by Watson at the elbow. On 2 break, it's knocked away, stolen by McMichael. Lowe picks it up, it's back to the ground, Tatum's with them. Bounce pass here, Daniels near side corner to the block, pass side, another Watson attempt for 3, and nothing but net again for Jordan Watson. 61-44.
Wolfpack 10 of 21 from beyond the arc on the night.
Far side for Rosenbaum in the corner from Vernon. Now back to the wing. Watson and Daniels up front defensively for Walkertown in the zone look. Vernon handles it now to the wing. Off the screen, wide open Jayon Moore. 2 along on the 3 attempt. Off the glass in the hands of Autry. Now Daniels just like that into the lane. Bounces off of Vernon. It doesn't stop him. He kisses it home. He's got 18. Far side wing for Tatum, a long 3. It looked like it was going to fall, but short. Moore gets the rebound at the free throw line and throws it up for 2. 7 points for Moore. Left to right for Walkertown here in the 4th. 4 minutes, 44 seconds remaining. Lowe holds it. Bounce pass to Grady on the wing, now in the corner. Another Watson 3. This is Jordan Watson's world. We just live in it right now. 15 points. Bounce pass, Lowe with the steal, trying to get it to Vernon. Up the far sideline. On the wing, now into the lane. Bangs into Moore, draws a foul, and to the line. First foul on Jayon Moore. 20-point lead for Walkertown here in the 4th. Off the heel on the first attempt for Lowe, and we'll have a substitution. Chance Broadnax in for Jayon Moore. Second attempt for Lowe is in and out. Rebound to Rosenbaum. Tatum handles it with the left hand. Switches to the right on the far side. At the top for Vernon, now in the corner for Broadnax. Bounce pass inside, the fade jumper for Dalton will not fall. It's a rebound for Autry. Right up in the corner to Watson for 3. This time he misses it, thank goodness. Out the far side, Dalton. J.J. Tatum loses handle, picked up on a spin for Dalton. Throws it up with one hand at the free throw line. Braden Dalton with 13. So Daniels handles it for Walkertown with a crossover move right to left and right to the cup with a finger roll from heaven. He's got 20. Near side for Tatum. Goes far side to Vernon. Now back to Tatum. McMichael right to left. Dalton has it. Hoists a 3. Off the front iron. Broadnax the putback. Can't get it off the glass, but he'll head to the line on the foul of Watson. Free throw is no good off the front.
First miss for Broadnax from the stripe. He's 4 of 5.
Jaden McCandy's in.
Watson will check out.
Gets a high five from everybody over there on the Walkertown side, and rightfully so. Second free throw for Broadnax is good. He's got 8. Walkertown basketball left to right. Grady right into the lane and blocked by Broadnax.
And it's off of Grady.
I'll tell you this, if number 21 plays defense the way he has in this game in the playoffs, it'll be a boost for the Phoenix.
Oh, huge. 4 blocks on the night.
He's played great tonight. Far side for Dalton from the corner. Step back, jumper for 2. 15 for Dalton, 68-51. Daniels right in the lane, pushes the layup too hard. Right there with the putback. Autry, it doesn't roll in. Grady with the third chance now for Walkertown. Elbow jumper to Autry on the pass from Grady. 8 points for Autry, 70 points for Walkertown. 2:35 to play. Far side, hit off McCandy's. McMichael basketball. And here comes his.
Walkertown's going to clear the bench.
Clear the bench for Walkertown. Dwayne Nichols is in. Amaji Jackson is in. Sedaris Bell is in. Far side, wing 3 for Chance Broadnax. 11 points for the junior. Bell drives to the free throw line. He's blocked by Jack Baker. Baker spins. It's ripped away. Looking inside, blocked by Baker. And picked up by Vernon. Tatum on the far side whips a pass to Jack Baker, who skies with one hand and draws a foul. Big Jack Baker. Jarrett Poe in for Walkertown as well. And Camryon Cartledge. Cartledge soon to be on his way to NC Central, the hard-hitting linebacker.
Boy, Central picked up a good one on that.
Jack Baker off the front of the rim, rebound far side for McMichael, trapped in the corner, pass to Baker in the lane, and a second handoff for two. Too much on it. Rebound goes to Bell, right up the floor. Had Cartledge on the opposite side, but it'll go out of bounds behind the basket. Caden Thomas checks in for the Phoenix. Braden Barnes in as well. He handles the basketball. Braden Daniels takes the 2. It's well short. Rebound for Walkertown. Jackson goes inside. Now to Cartledge. Touch pass to the wing. Pump fake for Bell from the elbow near side. Back out. Here's a 3. It's short. Rebound goes to Cartledge at the free throw line. Drives in and dishes it off to Poe for 2. Jared Poe. Walkertown bench and the starters going crazy for their team. Their teammates. Here's a 3 from Horsley. It's no good. Coach Calloway gave Horsley a glare there. Don't be forcing shots like that. You love the coaching, even in moments like this. Here's side for Jackson. Drives in, back out. Bell 3. Long. Horsley skies for it, but it's Poe who brings it down. Back out for Jackson. Tipped away. Cartledge gets the rebound. Goes between the legs. From the elbow, a jumper, no good. Trying to grab the rebound inside is McMichael instead. It's a foul. To the line for Jackson.
Caden Thomas picking up the personal.
First free throw, rattles home.
Dylan Kingsmill will make his first appearance into the game.
And now back in for Jackson. He's got 2. 74-56 Walkertown. 45 seconds to play. Knocked out of bounds by Bell with the swat from behind. And Dax Aker. Aker up to the top for Thomas. Now back to Aker, now in the corner. McMichael looking to dribble, just ripped away by Bell, knocked out of bounds by Aker. Clock stops at 35 seconds remaining. Congratulations to the Walkertown Wolfpack. They'll advance to the Mid-State Conference Finals. A third matchup with Reidsville as that shot is missed by Nichols. Walkertown, last time out, kept it to a 4-point ball game against the Rams. It'll be crazy here Friday night. On the steal, Bell gets the basket. Stolen away by Cartledge. Cartledge scoops, can't get it. Thomas with the rebound with 5 seconds left. In the corner, here's the shot at the horn. It hits off the rear. Final score, Walkertown 76, McMichael 56. Great job by the Wolfpack defense. It was kept close up to the half, a 32-26 ball game. McMichael winning the second quarter by a tally of 16-14, but then Walkertown woke up after the half. Even after the third quarter, it was still an 8-point ball game, but in the fourth exploding, especially led offensively in that fourth by, I believe, 3 threes from Jordan Watson in that frame. Your scoring tally is the stat man gets all the stats in this semifinal matchup. We start with your Phoenix. Jayon Moore was 7. J.J. Tatum held scoreless. 12 for Jaquise Vernon. 15 for Braden Dalton. Rosenbaum with 4. 11 for Chance Broadnax. 2 for Josiah Horsley. Jack Baker with 5. And for the Wolfpack, moving to 16-7 overall and into the finals on Friday against Reidsville. Rico Daniels, the point guard, with 20. To lead the way, 15 for Jordan Watson, 9 for Jaden McCandys, 8 for Jordan Autry. Braylon Lowe with 3. Sedaris Bell with 3, 2 for Jarrett Poe. Amaji Jackson with 2 as well. Keenan Grady with 8. A.J. Durant with 4. And McCandys with 9. Your thoughts, Jay, on that ending fourth quarter? Walkertown's offense from 3 woke up.
Yeah, it doesn't change the fact that it was a valiant effort for the Fighting Phoenix, even in the fourth quarter, and you can't really control it when the other team just gets hot from 3, especially a Walkertown team that I think is severely undervalued by the RPI. I don't think this is a 6 or 7 seed in the 3A. I think that they should be ranked higher. So if McMichael can hang with this team for at least 24 minutes, then say they face a 6 seed in the 3A, I think they could hang with them too. So, and I loved the effort throughout the fourth quarter. Walkertown's bench was getting very hyped. It can get in your head when you go down 20 after being within 2 possessions for a big portion of the game, but McMichael still fought. And I think it did get in their head a little bit, but they didn't let that show through their effort. A couple of their shots were going way off target. I think that was due to a little bit of distress at how well Walkertown was playing. But like, this Phoenix team has some fight in it. They're called the Fighting Phoenix for a reason.
My points I take away from this game, if you're in the 3A, you better watch out for this Walkertown team. This team, if they can shoot it from 3 like they did tonight, they can beat almost anybody, even in that tough division. McMichael can hang with anybody as well. It's going to be a great playoff run. The things that stand out about this Wolfpack team, and we're going to see a game on Friday. You guys are going to call one heck of a game, I got a feeling. The speed of Walkertown is hard to match with, especially at the guard position. The on-ball defense of the guards in the zone look for Walkertown. If they can control that, they're going to be fine. And tonight, A.J. Durant didn't have the best offensive game inside for Walkertown. Had some foul trouble, but they still were able to pull away by 20 points at the end of it. This is a team. This is a team. I like to stress that because, yeah, we know about Rico Daniels and Eric Wiley and Keenan Grady, but what about Jordan Watson with his threes? He had some starts down the stretch for Walkertown, but didn't start tonight. Had a big game with 15 points. Jaden McCandys is a veteran. He had 9, had 2 threes early to set the tone. And Autry's always going to be a sharpshooter. Good handling of the basketball throughout. Taking care of the basketball is one thing that they do best. It's a good overall team, and despite all the challenges they may face, despite maybe being a 7 seed or whatever it is, they'll get that first round bye, but they still could be a top team to watch in the 3A bracket. McMichael is going to have a fighting chance as well as possibly an 11 seed, a home game. What a season for McMichael as well, with 15 wins, 7-3 in the regular season in the Mid-State Conference. A great battle here tonight through 3 quarters, and it was fun to watch. It sets up a great matchup on Friday. So here's what we're looking for in the finals. On the girls' slate, starting at 6 o'clock, your pregame show with Jay Ramey and Jonathan Hatley will get underway between 5:30 and 5:45. It is Morehead, the number 2 seed, taking on the number 1 seed, the only team that beat them twice this season, the Rockingham County Cougars. The Cougars looking to get a conference championship. It's been quite some time for Morehead as well. But for the Cougars, looking for their first conference championship, if they can pull away, it would be the first time. The last conference tourney championship was in the 2014-15 season, a 68-65 triple overtime win over Eastern Guilford. And for Morehead, I imagine you have to go back to the 90s for a conference tournament championship. Or the early 2000s.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Do we know when Walkertown last won it in boys basketball?
I want to say 2022.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that, but just looking at
that makes the most sense.
I believe so, but don't quote me on that. Coach Tatum in the comments, lost to them in the first game by 6. Then in the second game, we lost by 2. Will the third game be our chance? Who knows? Go Pack. I love it, Coach. They got a chance. They definitely have a chance, more than a chance. That's going to be a competitive game. I look forward to hearing it from the mountains of Gatlinburg, Tennessee. The first dance competition of the Dexter household taking place this weekend, starting on Friday. So I'll be listening in
Joe can
to
do
the
a
boys.
backflip.
Where did that come from? 'Cause
that's one of your dance moves.
Are you playing true or false? Because that's a false.
No. It's your first dance competition.
Walkertown, they just get so strong at the end of the game. It's insane. It's like they get stronger as the game goes on. They've got no letdown in the fourth quarter. It's like they don't get tired. But over on the McMichael side, J.J. Tatum, leading scorer for McMichael, held scoreless, but had 7 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 steals. Josiah Horsley with 2 points, had a rebound. Jeremy Rosenbaum, 4 points, 7 rebounds, an assist, and a steal. Jack Baker with 5 points, 3 rebounds, 3 blocks. Jayon Moore, 7 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, a steal, and a block. Chance Broadnax, 10 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, 4 blocks. Huge defensive effort from Chance Broadnax tonight. Jaquise Vernon, 12 points, 4 assists, 7 rebounds. And leading the way, senior Braden Dalton with 15 points, a rebound, and a steal. Also on the sheet was Caden Thomas with a couple of boards. The Phoenix went 21 of 61 from the field, 34.4%, 5 of 22 from beyond the arc, 22.7%, 8 of 13 from the charity stripe, 61.5%. Over on the Walkertown side, Jackson with 2 points, Wiley with 2 points, Poe with 2 points, Bell with 3, Durant with 4. Altry with 8, Grady with 8, McCandy's with 9, Watson with 15, and Rico Daniels leading the way with 20 points. The Walkertown Wolfpack, 26 of 65 field goals, shooting 40%, 11 of 26 from beyond the arc, 42.3%, and 15 of 24 from the free throw line, 62.5%. And that fourth quarter. Well, I didn't think they were going to miss for about the first 3 minutes.
And I don't know if they, I'm so flabbergasted by what happened there when the three-pointer was missed finally by Watson after nailing. I think it might have been 4 in a row, 3 or 4 in a row.
It was 3 in a row because he had 6 going into the half, and then he just hit back to back to back in that fourth quarter to bring his total up to 15. But he got hot at the right time.
That's the whole point, man. Rico Daniels got hot from three at certain times. Watson, of course, in that fourth quarter. McCandy's early got hot from three. They've got several guys. Autry has a good touch. Didn't necessarily show it tonight from the three-point area, but they didn't need it from him tonight.
It's worrisome for Reidsville how many different guys can just take over for Walkertown. Not star-centric whatsoever.
I mean, they stretch the floor so well, and when they bring in their bench players, their 6, 7, 8 man, they don't fall off. It's like having your 5 starters out there when 3 of your starters are on the bench getting a breather. It's crazy.
Final score 76-56. It sets up a matchup between Walkertown and Reidsville in the final on Friday. Head coach Richard Daniels Jr. moves to 86-55 in his 6th season. He'll face a fellow Johnson C. Smith grad and head coach Jason Ross in the final. Walkertown in the series going back to 2005 at least, 1-12 versus Reidsville, their only win in 2022. 10 consecutive losses against the Rams. That will be on their mind tomorrow in the finals, but also on the mind of the Rams, a chance for a conference tournament championship for the 4th consecutive season. I got one thing to say, Hat Man. Be here or be square. You got to be here for this game. I mean, this is going to be one of the best games, one of the best finals in the state, without a doubt, without a question, between number 2 Walkertown and number 1 Reidsville. Look forward to listening, guys. I hope you have a great game. Enjoy both championships. Congratulations to our semifinalists into the finals. The Morehead Panthers and the Rockingham County Cougars on the girls' side, the Walkertown Wolfpack and the Reidsville Rams, 1 versus 2 in both finals matchups on Friday. Final score here, 76-56 for the kid, Jay Ramey, the Hat Man, Jonathan Hatley. I'm Joe Dexter. Thanks for listening into RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com and our coverage of the Mid-State Conference Tournament, brought to you by our friends at Tri-State Steel in Reidsville. Before we head out, your player of the game.
I'll tell you, I was impressed with the performance of Rico Daniels, but the way Jordan Watson took over in that fourth quarter, I've got to give it to Jordan Watson.
Hey, AD from McMichael just said that he's got a barrel of popcorn for you, Joe.
I got nothing to say to that. Nothing to say to that. That sounds like this is what I got to say to that. No way. No way. We're still on. Our player of the game brought to you by Tri-State Steel in Reidsville, distributing quality metals for over 30 years. Our clients range from mom and pop shops and building contractors to large manufacturers and fabricators. Visit us at our 6,000 square foot, fully stocked retail metal superstore, 2513 Richardson Drive, where we can help you meet your homeowner or hobbyist needs. Open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. and Saturday from 8 a.m. till noon. From pipe bollards to square tubing to finger guard material and more, our retail metal superstore has several quality metal products in stock in various sizes and ready to be cut to your exact specifications. Call for a quote today, 336-280-4859. That's 336-280-4859 for Tri-State Steel, a valued community member. Your player of the game brought to you by Tri-State Steel is Jordan Watson with 15 points and 3 key threes in the fourth quarter. Final score 76-56. We'll see you, or you'll hear us, Friday, the Mid-State Conference Championships from right here at Morehead High School. See you at 5:30 here on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com for a good old Friday night on the hardwood. Thanks for listening to our coverage of high school basketball on RoCo Radio. Brought to you by Tri-State Steel in Reidsville. Distributing quality metals for over 30 years. Our clients range from mom and pop shops and building contractors to large manufacturers and fabricators. Visit us at our 6,000 square foot, fully stocked retail metal superstore for all your needs at 2513 Richardson Drive, where we can help you meet your homeowner or hobbyist needs. Open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. and Saturday from 8 a.m. till noon. From pipe bollards to square tubing to finger guard material and more, our retail metal superstore has several quality metal products in stock in various sizes and ready to be cut to your exact specifications. Call for a quote today at 336-280-4859. That's 336-280-4859 for Tri-State Steel, a value community member. To find the fully archived broadcast of this game, make sure you follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Radio Rockingham, or on YouTube by searching for RoCo Radio. And you can find all of our broadcasts on your favorite podcast platform. Just search for RoCo Radio. Take care, and to find out where we'll be next, make sure you head on over to our Facebook page for more information. We'll see you soon with more coverage on the hardwood of high school basketball across Rockingham County.